There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. Since yesterday, and it is today and forever. Biafra Restoration Project is on course. It remains sacrosanct. It is irreversible, and no amount of force can dampen nor quench the ingenuity and the resilience of the indomitable Biafran spirit.
Without a shred of fear. Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings are more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Save my life. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life.
Chukwu Okike Biama, you are the one to give us Biafra. We pray.
Oh, just save the lives. We are your children, save our lives. We are like sheep has gone astray. Restore our land and heal our hearts.
Save my life.
Save my life. Save my life.
Chukwu Okike
Almighty Father. We are begging you, please.
We ain't been living here in the zoo. You come there and set us free. We are begging you.
See my papers, they are crying. Chupa Biafra, we are dying. Save our land, we beg you for love.
tears in my eyes every day. I dey cry. Nothing else I'm asking for, Lord, give me Biafra or I die. We need a clearer picture, a better future, a better future. The Lord.
Freedom is what we want, nothing more, nothing less. We are tired of the zoo and your wickedness. Yes. Save my life, Papa.
Give us Biafra.
We are begging you, please. We are begging you, please. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. Father, Lord, we lift up our hands to the air now. Chukwu Okike, take all the glory and give it. Send your son to give the life. Set your hands and keep me
Give us Biafra. Save my life. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
Alele lebugum, iwe webugum, obia bawagum, ndio chichi
I know you can feel our anguish, but don't let us perish in the hands of our enemies.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uchiuka from Efo. Diokpa Uchiuka from Efo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Of course, the restoration project has become an embodiment of corruption at this very stage. This is to be expected, and how we are able to maneuver and navigate through these gladiators of corruption, defenders of corruption, corruption in personification, depends on all of us. God, of course, has done his part, and as we all know, God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. I am George Onyibe. I come from Agbo. Agbo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Anyoma province to be precise. As customary demand on this platform, I specially acknowledge members of pro-Biafran group who has come together to initiate the de facto customary government headed by Alhaji Asare Dokubo. Of course, that is on the implementation platform. is deputized by our sister Rita Anebogo, and you have Uchenna Sibu in charge of Homelands Affairs. You have our director Mazu Chuka Fomefo in charge of information and communication. We have Dr. Okado, and of course alongside with Ike Nangwa Nonenyi, Nwonyinyo, Ugono, Edaunyale, Prophet, and hosts of too numerous other people to mention. And of course, Chukwemeka Iruanya, we acknowledge all of you. Chief Raphael Wazuriki, generally referred to as the father of New Nation, we acknowledge all of you. We must keep fighting until we get to another stage, because after fighting to get our freedom, we still have to fight to be able to install discipline, principles that governs a genuine nation. We are supposed to be way ahead forming such policies, but of course it is stage by stage. Acknowledge members of the Biafra Nation Alliance, Biafra Watchmen, those of you sandal with spiritual responsibility to ensure that the next generation of Biafran is not sold. Acknowledge all of you, those of you on the media platform, administrators, acknowledge all of you, Ozurumba, Dr. Ngokenkwo, Mazi Paul Okenkwo, Chidera Diogene, Udo Wele, Bruno, Agunwanye, Ada Biafra, Sylvester, Onyeka, Obidike, Nkenjika, too numerous to mention. All of you, you are highly appreciated tonight. As always, I acknowledge indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. Your job now is to curse everybody out, insult everybody. These things were meant to play a particular role. They've done their job. And anybody coming out insulting everybody, cursing everybody, you are doing social media warrior. You are just another misguided brother. Your brain have problem. We will cure you. It's a promise. After all, what is brotherly love all about? We will cure you. And so when you are on every social media, antagonizing everybody, shouting at everybody, believe me, the pair of light is not in your hand, because you don't even have idea what you are getting involved. In the DOS, most of us took our time to warn Nnamdi Kanu, to warn the gangster called DOS, to stop this evil. They keep doing it because they will isolate you and then blackmail you. At this moment, it is impossible for anybody to advise me on how to feel or react when it comes to the issue of Biafra, because I have seen deception in the highest order. I know what I saw, I know what I heard, and so I know how I should feel. It is unbelievable. But you know what? Like we promised them earlier, they are dancing in the market square. And I constantly tell the DOS, all of them, Nnamdi Kanu, all of them, all of you are dancing in the market square. And I hope you will be very proud of yourself when the clips is being replayed. I don't know how you see these things, but one day you will appreciate us for having stood our ground for justice, for fairness, for equity, for transparency, for a nation we can be proud of. And so those of you who just joined IPOB, you know nothing, fasten your seatbelt, because we are not in a hurry. Those of you who have soiled your hand in the blood of innocent people by way of association or disassociation, you cannot go free, Because one way or the other, all of us will answer this call. And so when you are on my platform, you are yapping, go and find out the truth and be useful to yourself. But of course, your present has become an inspiration to what I do. So you do your job and I do my job. How can I proceed without acknowledging the Creator? Of course, I remember and I acknowledge all of you who are sitting out there crying out your heart and you are disappointed. Of course, you are not part of this effort. You may not be a Biafran, but a sympathizer. We acknowledge you. If we have people like Karo Monday feeding on the misery of our people, my dear, you that is not a Biafran and not feeding on the misery of our people, because all this is about corruption, we acknowledge you. Anye na jage mau makanezuku ne maramai ihonanya ne nagi ubiomage ujuru anyanya dadio inwege mgbanwe odigunye idikage ibu wafa no mega dadi anyị niile na-asị na nedemao. He said. My prayer to the Creator is that no Biafran should be left out of the original truth now that we have entered the moment of revelation. Let our people know the truth. David knew this moment and said, "Open my eyes, O Lord. Open our eyes, O Lord, that we may behold the wondrous truth in your word." Don't let them walk away with this evil. Do not allow them, Father. You who be a testament to all things. Tonight, without wasting much of our time, of course, it may going to be a very long program because so much to discuss on this segment. And so I will encourage you to be patient and follow up. Our topic is simply titled The Ultimate 3 What. Very complicated one. The Ultimate 3 What on the list of the watchmen and the need for every Biafran to act. We are looking at 3 what. When I mean what, I mean W-H-A-T. What? As you can see, what simply mean information verifying. It's a very word, we use it constantly, just 4-letter words. But these 4-letter words is connected to verifying almost everything. It is just about verification. If we want to go to English and now begin to study the definition of what, you see, it can almost fit everywhere. What does he want? What does he think he is? What is his name? It almost connects to every area of life. Ultimately, regarding the Biafran Restoration Project, I want us to look at just 3 ultimate what? Verification. And then maybe we will be able to guide our lungs and get ready for what is to come. And this what we are going to look at tonight is categorized into 3 areas. Number 1, what they have been doing. People have been doing something. And what is that? Number 2 is what we have been doing. They have been doing something. We have been doing something. And the third word to consider tonight is what we should be doing. Like I told you, what means asking for information, specifying something. It's all about verification. The position of the 4 major key players and actors in Nigeria. This 3 word is directed to verify, to review the position of the 3 major key players or actors in Nigeria. I will say review the first one, the Oduduwa. The Oduduwa are very knowledgeable, and sometimes if deception and betrayal was something to be proud of, I will wish I'm a Yoruba man. And so when I review their issue, I think it is not a crime for one to initiate plan to survive. And so I do not condemn them. I could only wish all of us will be as wise as we ought to be. The Yorubas understand the position of Nigeria. From spiritual to religious aspect, politically, on the realm of academians, they know how it's going to be. They truly may not internally support what is going on, but they believe it is better for them to initiate plan to survive than to get messed up in the whole system. Yorubas are not major initiators of crisis in Nigeria, but they take a stand. Whatever the case may be, they will survive. If you look at their footprint from inception till this moment, you see they were pre-informed about everything happening today. You cannot beat them anywhere. But yet they are not that strong. But they knew they knew the secret. And they understand that if they must survive, it's going to be a collective effort. If they must survive, they must understand the implication of the first French policy of assimilation, association. If they must survive, they must not depart from the British colonialism strategy. They made all of them part of their plan. They survive. They do. You talk about the highest Muslim population in Nigeria, Yorubas are the second. And then if you talk about the largest, highest Christian population, Yorubas are still the second. Because over 80% of them are Muslim. The few of them that are Christian are our pastors. Even when almost 99.9% of Biafrans are pastors. Because they were ready. And so you see, they've been doing something. They've been working very hard just to survive. Some are good, some are bad. But at least they are doing something. A system so complex, a system so transparent, a system so complicated, a system so advanced that it can shield any of their crises. The pillars are strong enough to wage any challenge, pressure from within or from without. That is why you see the like of Tinubu, the like of Olusegun Obasanjo, the likes of late Fela and Bukola Kuti. All these people have different ideology and may not work on the same path. But you see, your personal ego and interest is properly packaged. The Yoruba agenda must rule. That is what they've been doing. I do not see anything tonight to castigate anybody, but I beckon on the people of Biafra to learn. This is going to be more of interactive session, but it's going to be a bit expose. It's unfortunate the gadgets are not up and running as expected, but we will see how we get through there. And then the other key players are the middle belt. The middle belt, for as far as I can remember, has tried to live under the shadow of the Fulani. And of course, I include Awusa there. They've been hiding under the Fulanis. Somewhere along the line, they become part of the ruling class. If you can't beat them, you join them. The middle belt has unleashed evil on other component members that make up Nigeria, all in an attempt to be under the Fulani oligarchy. Somewhere they feel they can be protected. The middle belt has aided and abated the Fulanis to carry out more than 80% of the terrorism act within the north, the southwest, and the southeast. And I do not know much of what they must have done in the west. They were the foot soldiers down to Benue State. Gowon was in charge. And in 3 years, they helped the Fulani to slaughter over 10 million Biafrans. They thought they were fighting for one Nigeria. What Ojukwu saw over 60 years ago, what Ken Saruwa saw, what Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogo saw, Agunyorosi tried to avoid it. They've seen all these things. Adakaburu saw these things way back. The middle belt are just seeing it. I'm happy it is not too late. Gowon, the prayer warrior, has to pray very hard. But you see, siding evil will do nobody no good. I repeat. I'm not here to cast ascension. I'm just here to tell you the truth. And how you feel about it is entirely your business. But the truth must be told. And so the Yoruba have made plan. What they have been doing is just how to survive at all cost. And the middle belt somehow along the line have spent most of their time, and of course the Hausa, to please the Fulani, who have their own supreme agenda. And then you have the Biafrans. Well, what have the Biafrans been doing? We're trying to survive. We are doing so many things. And from this angle of agitation, we will reveal it tonight. And so I will have to, leave the people of Biafra yet, and then go back to the people of Fulani, which is also a key point to be revealed in this discussion tonight. Like I have said, we have considered the Oduduwa, we have considered the middle belt, and we go on to the Arewas. Number one, the Fulanis have taken over the executives, they've taken over the legislature, the judicial arm of government completely. And the Yoruba are there, the middle belts are there, the people of Biafra are there. Fulani supposedly less than 3% of Nigerian population miraculously hijack the three arms of government. It doesn't give you concern. It doesn't help you to prepare. Now let me tell you one shocking truth. From the moment of independence till the Biafran Nigerian war, genocidal war, of course, that lasted for 3 years, 1967 to 1970. Will you believe that before 1967, that is from 1960 to 1967, 7 years, I can categorically tell you that the people of Biafra are practically at the helm of every institution, second to none. And maybe the Yorubas never liked it. Maybe the middle belt never liked it. Maybe the Fulanis never liked it. And so maybe they planned against the people of Biafra. The way the people of Biafra were massacred, dislodged completely, is unbelievable. Since 1970 till today. People are making effort, Biafrans are making effort to find their feet back into the Nigerian institution. But little too late, you're not going anywhere. And that shows you that if the Fulanis in the 1960s were not in charge of the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, of course, I understand they have Godfather. The British government is behind everything. But there was a kind of negotiation and bargain that they went through. The moment they had a glimpse of what it looks like, because we were looking at what they have been doing, they took over the power. Today you talk about presidency. Maybe after 2023, the slogan you will be hearing is not going to be Igbo presidency. Please consider us for presidency. Because they must have destroyed everything left about us politically. Because our politicians want to buy big car, lived in a mansion, well protected like an armory, drive the most expensive car, in fact customized car from around the world. And when we talk, they tell us we don't have sense. They go and bring Fulani army to destroy us. But then, can't they take back a reflection, throw light back on people like Simon Bakwe? Can they look at men of honor, dignity, who against all odds, though they did not live entirely to protect the people of Biafra, but they meant well for one Nigeria. And so before you're present, they are the legislator. They can make any law. They are the judiciary. They can interpret the law as it fits them. Are you not a witness to that? In ordinary secular court, they can decide to bring in switching Sharia law, and nothing will happen. The Fulani has been really working very hard. They hold the entire security infrastructure. They cleared everything completely, from the military to the police to the immigration to the custom to the prison, the DSS, the DMI, the NSA. They control everywhere. One of our brothers said one day, the only position they give to us is public relation officer. Because of course they will mess up the whole thing, so they need your brain to run their deal. And it doesn't make you to be ashamed. It doesn't give you concern. The Fulani have been really doing something. Before our very eyes, they control the sea. They control the waterways through the Navy, the the NPA, the Minasa, the custom. They control our waterways. I remember when our brother Chibuike Amechi was busy showing them the waterways. I have nothing against you, but somewhere along the line, you people will wish you never did what you did. And then, this is the time you should begin to ask yourself question. What have we been doing? I'm telling you what the Fulani have been doing. I just told you briefly what the Ududuwa have been doing. And then the Middle Belts are somewhere looking for Messiah to come from the Fulani. Or maybe they will be able to form alliance with Biafrans or the Yoruba. My brother, everybody or your state for all of honor. You are on your own. The earlier you get it and begin to do something, the better for all of us. And of course, my major concern is not on the other component member that makes up Nigeria. But then, we just want to survive, and so should you. And that is why I tried this evening not to use vocal languages, but I will tell you the truth, irrespective of how you feel. The Fulanis have taken control of the national revenue, majorly determined by NNPC, and the forest. They control NNPC. Dangote refinery will be open, and he may not sell fuel to Nigerians. He will sell it to Chad Republic, and then we will import from Chad Republic, because somebody have to steal the money under the guise of subsidy, and nothing will happen. Brazil build our refineries. And after how many years, we are still running Brazilian technology. Do they still exist, if I may ask? The Fulanis control the forest. If you see what they do in the black market, if you see what they do, you can't have access to dollars. In collaboration with the banks in Nigeria, they completely control that sector. You see behind every bank, you have Bureau de change. They tell you how much they buy the dollar. It is entirely their business. If you doubt it, Yoruba or Oduduwa or Middle Belt or Biafran, go and join Bureau de change. Open your own shop. They practically scare everybody away. They alone controls there. It is this bad that most of us in Nigeria who have domiciliary accounts, you will pay in dollar and you withdraw naira. I once has a domiciliary account with the Standard Ford Bank. I pay in dollar and then they come and when I want to withdraw, even their domiciliary ATM will give you naira. And I say, what nonsense is this? This is what they have been doing. But of course, we never even feel hustle 2,000 a day. Now dollar, we won't know what thing they happen there. But those of you who are high and low-T, those of you who want us to see you as our God and our King, this is what they've been doing. And what have we been doing? It's a historical question anyway. They are in firm control of food by using the Ministry of Agriculture, CBN, to encourage the farmers of the north while frustrating those of the south and the middle belt by the increase or caution of herdsmen, malatia, and their cattle roaming all over the place. People do not know. About 3 days ago, I had a very strong argument with my friend who is from Benue State. We were standing along a particular road, and then we saw over 70 trailer loads of fertilizer coming out from Indoroma Petrochemical. And the brother said, what is this they are carrying? I said, fertilizer. He said, outside they buy fertilizer. Outside. I said, why are you talking like this? Fertilizer is produced in some states in Nigeria and not in the north. And of course, they can have shanty fertilizer company to cover these truths that I'm about to review. They produce fertilizer in Rivers State. They don't sell fertilizer to Rivers people. And if you are in Rivers State now, please tell me where I can get fertilizer because I want to buy. They produce all of them and ship them to the north. They discourage agricultural sector here by not giving us access to fertilizer. The Fulani herdsmen are ravaging everywhere. The cattle rearers are destroying everything. They encourage it and gradually they control the food. They know or they feel so. When they threaten you, no more onions for you. They threaten you. And then the Kano said he was going to pay for the onions. We will get there anyway. This is what they have been doing, in case you are not aware. By a dangerous play of high conspiracy, they have planned a network of group of barbarians who are masquerading themselves as bandits, herdsmen, Malaysia, Boko Haram, to cover the entire northern region from the northwest through the north central to the northeast. It is only too obvious that those guys are only getting prepared up for eventual shutdown of the country, which is already happening. They've been working. The Fulanis have been working over the last 10 years. They have been a very noticeable mass movement of foot soldiers all over the southeast, all over the south, all over the southwest, who are currently masquerading themselves in our areas. Some of them appear like Okada riders, others behave like they are beggars. Megad, they are your Megad. the scrap metals, and you are watching them. Let me tell you how to know them. Bring out any supposedly scrap from your house and call them to come and buy it. Those scavengers, try not to sell it for them and take that thing back into your house. That night they will visit you. Riding Okada, polishing your shoe, being beggar, they just been familiarizing with our territory. They've been doing something. They don't make noise about it. But honestly, this may not be our lifestyle. But if somewhere along the line our very existence is threatened, the best thing we can do for ourselves is to improvise. I'm just reminding you these things, not because you don't know them about Biafra, but then there should be need for constant reevaluation so that we understand what we're actually doing and get serious. Everybody get serious. Those guys are all over our land and place. They are studying every inch of the land of Biafra and its neighborhood. From Yoruba land to Middle Belt, down to Niger Delta, down to Igbo land, or as you may choose to refer to them, the Fulani intermingle quite pretentiously as they were assimilating. While in actual fact, they are erecting a Fulani civilization right under the nose of every Biafran and Nigerian. Our people are just observing. They are doing something anyway. We will review that later. While all these things are going on, our forest reserves are full of heavy armed militias who are constantly harassing farmers away from their land, taking people hostages for ransom payment, raping women and killing innocent citizens who hoped to be unlucky to meet them. The combination of their action further impoverished the people of Biafra. Poverty is worsening at an alarming rate, and the people are consequently now more miserable and easier to conquer than ever before. They've been working. Our local people are still very much capable of rising up to the challenge of the securities around them. But our political leaders have been caged through instrumentality of politics, expediency and greed, which has blinded them from reason. And the fear of EFCC and other political bulldog, EFCC, ICPC, DSS, all these are political bulldog. They are present, put fears in our supposedly political leader, and so they cannot react. Of course, all these angles are controlled by the Fulani to keep our political leaders under check. I see some people making fun of Oji Okalo. He stole money. He was collecting $100 million every day with his son Chinedu and Ukafo. But if you know the money the northern politicians are stealing per second, maybe some of you will begin to rethink. Obama is supporter of Oji Okalo. After, according to IPOB, he gave me, how many billion did he give to me? It's unfortunate. Meanwhile, ISA, Pantami, a man who is heavily sworn to Islamization, is the one in charge of our data. He knows every of our information. He gets us into SIM registration, and some of you think you're registering your SIM card. Why is Hausa not doing SIM registration? And the Yoruba, with the help of Oluwole, they can manipulate anything. But most of us, instead of protecting one way or the other, in fact, we still have a long way to go. We are the one they designed SIM registration for. But most of you do not know. We have the latest one, NIN, NIN, National Identification Number. And then very soon your phone registration will start. The Fulanis have been working. The skill and resources available to them or to us, they now control it. Very soon, you will see what will happen. I can go on and on and on and on and on telling you what the Fulani have been doing. Because of one Nigeria, because of conquest, which they have vowed and sworn an oath to stop at nothing until all of us Biafrans are conquered. We resisted them all this while. And so the question now should be, what have we been doing? That is where the discussion starts. And of course, at this moment, I will leave the line open so that the people of Biafra who are listening can have the privilege to call in and tell us what have we been doing. And maybe we've not been doing anything. I will encourage you to advise our people as way of opinion. Tell them what to do. Encourage them to rise up and do something. The reason we came out here is to prepare a platform where we can actually help our people get ready for that day of invasion. Because one way or the other, they are going to invade our land. And somebody got to do something. Evidence abound. They are already out there doing what they ought to do. The number to call is our direct line. For some reason, the WhatsApp line will not be on this evening, but it's still the studio WhatsApp line. And so if you have our studio direct line, which is 081221 52971, 081221 52971, you're free to call in to make your own contribution. 081221 52971. You're free to call that line and make your own contribution. Of course, if you have access to any of my social media platform, you are free to call in and make your own contribution. And so, coming back to the issue of the people of Biafra, like I asked, I said, what have they been doing? Along the line, honorable men and women, they have been doing all they can. They've been working hard. When we thought all hope was lost, we discovered that men were doing something. There are so many. There are so many. All the people who work with Raphael Owazurike, all the people who work with other pro-Biafran groups, all of you, you took a bold step. A bold step to bring salvation. And irrespective of where you have been placed now, for moving in sincerity in the first place, we thank you. I will be going to play a clip and then help us see what we have been doing. We came on this platform. We know we have to be toughened, dogged, ready to go to any length. Not to destroy anybody, not to conquer anybody, not to take over Yoruba land, not to conquer Hausa Fulani, not to destroy the Middle Belt. We didn't come for vengeance. We come to restore what is left of us. And then we finally have IPOB. First of all, it was very important that we have a leader. And then after having a leader, you now have a follower. And then when you have a follower, you now build image, which eventually gives us integrity. And if we are able to build an image, a reputable integrity, and then people will begin to see reason why they should have discussion with us. It was a process. We only succeeded in investing everything that we have on a leader. And that was Nnamdi Kanu. We will protect him and do anything to make sure nobody touches it, because we understand how leadership works. And then having been able to set up for the first time a leadership platform that was almost invincible, untouchable. And then we were supposed to build followers. Building followers require creating department and delegating authority to certain individuals to mind different area of the agitation platform. Because now you have a leader. What does the leader do? We now delegate authority to people. And you are in charge of student department. Organize them. You are in charge of market women. Organize them. And then to another, you are in charge of civil servant. Organize them. And then when you want to address the medical doctors, when you want to address the monarchs, when you want to have discussion with the politicians or any other vital group within the followers, you know who to talk to. And that person knows who to talk to. And all of them has delegated authority to function. And once everybody understands what they are supposed to do and focus, it is easy to control everybody. It is easy to bring everybody under the same page. Because focus on your department. These were one of the things we fought very hard to make sure it was not interfered in as far as IPOB was concerned. But then the more you empower the people, the more Nnamdi Kanu and his cabal are threatened. Because along the line, they changed the plan. They switched. It is coming out gradually. And then we begin to make effort to correct some of these mistakes. Around September 2015, Nnamdi Kanu should be in Kuje prison. There were confusion everywhere in the system. And then I called Chidiebere Onwudiwe, being in charge of Biafra land, and say the people cannot be responsible of any offense when there is no law. You cannot tell me I broke a law that does not exist. Let us help by introducing a bylaw which will enable people to know the do and not to do. He said, if you can do that, go ahead with it. I took pain. We made a bylaw. We forwarded it to Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje prison. He approved it. And that was what IPOB was using since 2015. And it brought about bit of control. What happened to the bylaw will be reviewed later. And of course, as we continue, here in Biafra land, we have to introduce modus operandi. This was to enable control every department in IPOB to function uniquely without interfering with what they are doing. All of them are still there. But somewhere along the line, it threatens some people ego. It threatens some people power. It threatens some people fraudulent activities. So what do? Blackmail started. Blackmail started. Nothing breaks my heart. Nothing breaks my heart to see somebody know he's lying against you. To see somebody repeating what he was told. He knows or she knows this may not be true. You were not there. And then you trusted people blindly and you believe their lies. And you continue to talk about them. You see, when I sit back and I look at people like that, I never believe such evil men can exist. But maybe that is why God made us to see that they do exist. I'm going to be playing an audio. And of course, if you are able to call in, it is that line that is on, you call in. So that we reveal it. Because a lot of things is out of place and out of order. And if we do not do anything, it will get worse then. But that you may know. This morning I received an audio. I think I have somebody on the line. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good evening.
Good evening from here.
Naziri.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, your name and where are you calling from? And of course, we lost that caller, but we will continue. Our WhatsApp line will not be on this evening, but if you have access to any of my social media platforms, you are free to call in through them. And of course, the direct line to call is 081-221-52971. I'm joined by Mazio Bidio Bienu. Good evening, Daddy in the Lord from here. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, good afternoon from here, my Reverend.
You're welcome to the
and
program.
I will
sir.
thank you. I thank you for having me, my brother. You are doing a good job, and God in heaven will find a way to reward you and your household for the time that you are giving to Biafrans. You have not been discouraged for one bit. Yeah, there may be frustrations here and there, but I haven't seen someone as dedicated in this struggle as far as I can see from you. Every day, once it's time, you are there. Thank you, my brother. Chineke Bagume.
We thank God, sir.
That said, before I even go to any other area that some of the things that you discussed, because I know initially you said there's nothing to talk about today as far as all this drama going on. But I do have something to talk, but it's gonna be at the end of my advisement to our people. I know that yesterday when I came on here, I talked about what happened at the NDA Kaduna, even though I wasn't clear on that's a smaller the name of the very town or city where this thing happened, the generalized Kaduna. And then it was later after I, that I saw reactions from a lot of people on what happened in NDA Kaduna. And then ran into this man, the Commodore, Kunle Olawomi's honest. My brother, he was an honest submission. And the interview he had yesterday, and I'm not gonna be able to say all the things that he said here, but one thing is standing right there, that this man is a man of faith. He's a man of truth. He said what he said, and even the interviewers, were kind of scared of his. They started feeling for him, and they asked him about his safety, even as if he lives here, does he worry about his life? And he said no. That what is happening in Nigeria today is evil, and it's gonna be humans that stand against evil and stop that evil. These are the kind of men that when I listen to them, they give me courage. And then even all the things he said, he talks about the persecution of the Christians, the the initiation and thought about the Islamization of Nigeria, and he was quoting, he was making, he was calling out a lot of people, even though he wasn't mentioning names. But he made his points very clear, very, very clear. And I know that even before this Commodore came out in 2014, we had Pastor Bosso Emmanuel, who made an audio that's, talked about the same thing and how long this plan has been ongoing. And Pastor, that was the time that we are killing so much in Plateau. And like I said yesterday, they have already came back again to Plateau to continue. There's nothing Pastor Bosu did not say as far as that audio is concerned. The plans, everything they have laid down on how to overrun our people. And then we also had the intercepted audio between Elijah Damu and Elijah and Akunle. If no one else is following what is being said over these years, it's important to lay hands on these three audios and listen carefully. Or rather, the first two, the Elijah Damu and Kunle, and then Pastor Bosse Emmanuel, they're out there. And then you put the one that was said by Kunle, Commander Kunle yesterday on top of it. And then you can understand where we are. And I also mentioned what Dr. Badaya had told us in the past few months. But I know that amidst all these things, amidst all these revelations, our people are still out there taking time, making time, doing what they like to do. And I could hear again. And I tell more, and I go, and I chief, chiefs and also. And when I sit up here and I say, what has bewitched our people? I mean, Akwandibo, we say that in other words, that an announced war does not consume even a lemon. Huh? When I look at all these things and I still see our people very distracted. When you go to Anambra State today, everybody is talking about 2023, talking about governor election. And I wonder, I'm wondering, what is the problem? How come we are not seeing, even if we are not seeing, we are not listening? Recall that the men who were killed, the army, the top officers who were killed in that operation, was from Benue, and an Igbo man there. Okay, recall all the. I know we may have forgotten the bombing of the a lot of Igbo people, the one that went to fight the Boko Haram, where they bombed them and they said that it was a wrong signal or whatever. For the past 2 years, these people are carefully killing most of our men in the military, and not just anyhow. They are killing the top officers, the officers that are in the level where they can have resistance if they ever want to change anything, if they ever want to run us over. Now it's clear that these agendas that they had is there. It's gonna happen. It's just a question of time. And we also know about their strategy and how they will withdraw when they push and they think that somebody is noticing what they are doing, how they will withdraw and slow down. It came to my greatest surprise yesterday that now autumn is back into square one with the issue of grazing route. And I have heard that Ebony, this guy has collected 6 billion, and it was said clearly by the media, whatever, the Alaji Shehu Sani, who was in Paris doing whatever he's doing. If you look at his face through the interview, the threat he was giving Autumn yesterday, and I said, these are the presidency. These are people that are representing. If you look at his face and the anger, he even threatened using Rwanda as an example, that Autumn is pushing Rwanda's agenda here. And I'm looking at this man. I couldn't do nothing but my belly move from front to the back. Because when I look at the person, the face, the attitude, the wickedness, the venom that is coming out of his mouth. And I said to myself, what has bewitched our people? What has bewitched the entire indigenous population in that contraption called Nigeria? That's my question. Even as some of them are marching towards now, Tinubu is up. Now, what's his name? Osibanjo is now coming out for presidency. And people are standing around talking about this thing. My Reverend, what I can tell you is that there's so much we can do. But if a nation is designated to be doomed, there's nothing you can do about it. It happened in the past. We read about Sodom and Gomorrah upon the appeal of Abraham on how many people will be found and left the city, not to be destroyed. It didn't work out. What happened? The angels who were sent there, the people even wanted to rape them. Okay? But Nineveh received healing after Jonah was forced to go and preach. Once they talk, few minutes, Jonah stepped out and said something. They all came to repentance. But it appears that this contraption is doomed for complete destruction. That's why people are not seeing all the signs, not listening. People are not seeing what is happening. Everybody is like, they forget. It's like they don't remember nothing. Nobody keeps record of what is happening. And again, what can we do? But to continue this message, to continue to call our people, we have been calling on Biafrans to come under this Biafra de facto government. Make yourself available by calling any of these platforms that are being announced here every time so that we can have meeting with you. We can discuss, not on this platform, to discuss what we need to discuss to help salvage our land. The danger is right here. We must wake up. We must submit ourselves to this service. We can do these things. The people that are killing us, the people that are doing all these things, are not near as far as the numerousness. But it's just the only reason they are killing us is because they have control of the money, which they use the money to distract a lot of us. They have control of the money, and that's why they are working together in synergy. Their plan is coming out, is manifesting because there's a lot of money that is put in their plan. They hire experts to help them with strategies and everything. But our own, we don't have the funding. But when we all come together, a lot of us come together and put hands together, we can have what we need to be able to pursue, or rather to make our what we're doing right now very clear and apparent. Please, we are asking you to do these things. Step out your comfort zone. If you're in the United States, if you're in Canada, if you're in Europe, in Asia, or whatever, wherever you are in diaspora, because you can rightly tell that our people back home are helpless. They don't see these things. Most of them don't see these things, except for very few of them that are wise who are following through with all that is going. But you can tell that a lot of them don't know what is happening. And it's us who this thing lies upon to help them. You can see they don't know. Most of the time now, any little thing, people start running. Sometimes they don't even know why they are running. Can you imagine when these people finally unleashes this terror that they are planning for a long time? Please, I'm appealing to us to rise up to the cause and help salvage our land. That said, I know that it may sound strange to some of you, or a lot of people maybe say, "Oh, here they go again." Yes, we are doing this thing because we have been doing it. It's just that we had a test of criminals among us that derailed our plans. They took over what we were doing. It became a personal property. Today we hear them fighting over funds because nothing is put in place. They are fighting over funds who will control funds, and there's a fire on the mountain. Now, talking about that, my Reverend, you may recall that we talked about one lady, this common denominator, that is creating problem, going to different platforms, shouting, claiming that she is asset recovery person of the indigenous people of Biafra. Her true name, she goes around to all different platforms as Dr. Nelly Ofebu. We have decoded that woman. She is not doctor. She's not. Her name is not Nelly. Her surname is Nonia Ofebu. But this woman, her real name is Rita Egoyibo Eze. Rita Ego Ibeze is the one parading herself as Dr. Nelly of Ebu. People should be aware of this woman. In United States here, a lot of IPOB family call her Mrs. Oyibo. I'm not sure how many people who have seen her face before, but during the time that she came into IPOB family in 2020. Within the period of time she came in, I believe she was recruited by Nnamdi Kanu. They have done so evil with this project. Okay? I am just realizing that in 2020, this woman they call that is parading herself as Dr. Nelly Ofewu. Her name is Rita Eze. She went up in and she live in Maryland. She went again to if despite that we have an existing registered IPOB in USA, which was registered by one of the primary servants here in the United States a few years ago. But collectively, everybody's name was there. But what this woman did, apparently under the instruction of Nnamdi Kanu, in May 27, 2020, she went ahead and registered what she called the Indigenous People of Biafra in USA Inc. Indigenous People of Biafra in USA Inc. Meanwhile, we have a registration of IPOB that encompasses all the states in the United States here. She registered this last year. For some of you who are still out there that is still confused, that don't know what is happening, this woman went ahead and registered this IPO, Indigenous People of Biafra in USA Inc. And soon she did that, she opened up an account. I believe she works with Nnamdi Kanu. Again, it's clear that she worked with Nnamdi Kanu. That's why Nnamdi Kanu came to the radio to announce to us that she donated 100,000 so that he will make her feel too big and people will not question most of the things that this lady does. And this woman registered this company, opened up an account which she has been using all these times and siphoning the money from the original IPOB national account to this very account. And then Nnamdi Kanu is aware of it, and it was their plan how to continue to take monies that people contributed for this struggle and put away. And I'm saying this so that people will know. I know that our father has said that he forgive him and everything, but Chief, our father, of New Nation, you should understand that this wound is fresh. This wound is fresh. Forgiveness, yes, will come later, but but somebody that is doing something wrong needs to stop. So far, they have continued to deceive our people and they have continued to collect money from our people in the name of fighting for Biafra. But meanwhile, it's a personal business. And this IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra in USA Inc., that was opened in May 7th, she is the only person that is representing. She is the person representing in that account. Okay, so there's no question. Every document is by her. Everything is by her. And then we're talking about here now today. If you guys recall that anytime it doesn't come on the radio, he will tell Biafrans that all funds donated for ESN should be deposited in one account they call Umu Eri, ROD Ereli in the USA. Okay, it doesn't continue to say these things. A lot of you don't understand why he generalizes this announcement because he did not want to tell Nyanya that she needs to remit or release the funds that were made out for their so-called ESN to United States. And also investigation revealed that this company called Umueri, let me call it right, say Umueri Arodi Areri in USA, was also an incorporation that was opened by this woman on the June 30th, 2021. June 30th, 2021. And this woman's address is 13902 Geoffrey Road, Suite 1 in Bowie County, Maryland, in the United States. Again, the agent name in this account is Rita Eze. The same Rita Oyibo Eze. She's the only one in this account. And these are this company, if you guys recall, they told you about a few months ago that this account is opened by Dr. Okoro in order to distract you from knowing who incorporated this same Areri, Umweri, Arodi, or whatever they call it. Criminality using a very enticing name to open this company and open an account where they are stealing from Biafrans, and Biafrans are thinking that we are fighting for freedom, and they are deceiving our people and leading a lot of our youths to their early graves. So this is clear-cut manipulation. And if you noticed, this woman is now the one sponsoring the one they call Darlington, who is now attacking because it was a setup. So this woman pays Darlington now to stage attacks on Nenyanya because Nenyanya has been sitting on a lot of IPOB funds. Also, investigation revealed that Nenyanya has been playing lottery with Biafra money. She has been playing huge amount of lottery. Remember, people who know in the United States, they say play responsibly because they know that it's a game. It doesn't matter if you play 5,000 today. It doesn't mean you may not even win a dollar. So Nanyanya has been playing lottery in Europe, thinking that she can dip hands in IPOB money or Biafran's money and play lottery. Then if she wins, she can replace it and then balance out. But she's been playing lottery and monies are being wasted on lottery. And this is the reason anytime she's being called upon to give an account of the funds she had, she will always resist and say, Onyendu did not send you. So I just want to bring this message to you all that this same woman, Dozium is aware of who opened this account. They know Nandekana is the one that brought this criminal woman inside IPOB in the United States. And this woman has successfully destroyed what we were doing by getting it. Now she's accusing everybody, accusing the secretary that she doesn't know how Nandekana picked up, accusing the mother of the secretary, accusing and accusing basically everybody. And she was the person that gave the same Darlington my name to come on the Facebook and to mess up with my name. Okay, so people need to know this. For some of you who are new, who does not understand what is happening, all you need to do is to investigate and find out why is this woman, when there's an IPOB that is incorporated here already, before this woman came into IPOB, why would she go and open up another indigenous people of Biafra, but just change it with incorporation? Why would she incorporate, okay, an IPOB? And she's running accounts since then till now. Then someone will also ask, Why is this woman opening or running this organization that she calls the Omo Eri Arodi Areli in USA? And if you're listening to me, remember the June date. The June 30th coincides with the time that they started fighting for this money. When they're already telling you that the only place to pay your money is the account that Dr. Okoro, the useless fool here, that opened. So you guys need to put one on one together to understand that what we're doing here is not about against Biafra. We are not against Biafra. We are not against Biafra. We have given and will continue to give for the success of this struggle. But you must understand that these people are running over our people, stealing from our people, and deceiving our people. And worst of it all, they are leading our young men and women at home to their early graves, and they are threatening all of us to keep quiet. And this is what I don't understand. My reverend, you said that in your life that if somebody tells you that people can steal from you and blackmail you, that you will not believe it. And they are lying.
It's
My brother,
unfortunate.
it's unfortunate. The Biafrans must yield for other people to make their contribution here. I just want to thank you for allowing me this opportunity. But I must commend Biafrans. I must ask you to continue to do what you're doing. Do not run away. The danger is right here. If we don't hurry up, we are all in for it. Be steadfast, be truthful in all that you're doing, and more importantly, humble yourselves. God in heaven will see us this through. You can imagine, He will send the help, He will make way where there's no way. And I'm a believer, and I know it's going to happen sooner than you think. Thank you very much, my Reverend. May God bless you and your entire household. All hail Biafra,
All,
and God bless the people of Biafra.
all
Thank you very
must
much,
be
my brother.
Thank you very much, sir. And of course, Mazubidi has been able to touch 2 or more areas that we are still going to look into in the course of this broadcast. I will be playing some clips, and that is coming from the emissary of the emperor. You must understand, if you want to know what is happening, the better for you. It is no longer news about the counter attack and attack within the IPOB cabals. Now, the first thing I want you to understand is that Nnamdi Kanu is behind all this attack, all this confusion. Don't make any mistake about that. And then all these people who are saying all these things, we are going to reveal them. They have been profiled. We will tell you who they are, what they represent, and the rest of it, because they constantly behave as if they're fighting for Biafra. They are doing this for Biafra, but this is not the truth. That is not the true event of the whole matter. But God will be us witness. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay. Mazi George Onyibe, I thank you once again. I tell you, you're doing a great job, because you're trying to do this. Well, my name is Bidike Frank, and I'm calling from Italy. I greet Biafrans all over the whole world. So today evening, I'm just here with my friend, and we are talking about Biafran issue, and as you can see, all the things, some things you are just seeing, like answer to what is going on, for the fact we are having like a sabotage, inside the Biafran struggle, and we all have known who sabotage Biafra, and they used to sabotage Biafra. To call our people all over the whole world to let them to know the truth and nothing but the truth, because this Biafra we are talking about, we are not saying it because we want to humiliate some people, or Biafra Human Rights Radio is here to criticize. No, but why we talk is that there is a big life that all of us must just to ask ourselves questions one by one individually. Have to get this answer without sabotaging for Biafran, for the world important television to talk about Biafra. I think it's not a big deal that we cannot have a media that is reporting to our news and how things is going. I think it's not otherly news hard as people are saying. They're making, how they call it, they went to lobby. It's not true, because if Biafrans say what I'm saying is not truth, they should try what I'm going to tell them tonight. Because if someone tell you that they go to televisions, important ones, or they go to some organizations like Amnesty International or like UNHCR to report about Biafra, and somebody asks them to lobby before they can do it, because to pay money to lobby. No, there is office of lobby. So, and that office of lobby, you need to get some points that they can answer you, that they can talk to you, that they can try to look into what you're saying. Because we are not a single person. We are a nation. We are nations inside Biafra, because we are up to 80 million people. So 80 million people, sometimes when you even check it, it's like more than 60 countries in some country in this world. So what am I trying to say? Biafrans should know that we all are calling for the transparency and for the truth, and to seek for Biafra as a human, because we all have fought before, and we all have fought. Our parents fought. I know the story my dad used to tell me in my own home. There they recruit Biafran to go army. Bro, I'm not telling you lies. I tell you the truth. In my own house, they recruit Biafrans to go army. Nobody went army in my house. Only one family person said, no, it's not true that they will be training people here, and no of our family will go to army. He went. Basically, if army person is hearing me, if you're from army, if you're hearing me, you can know I'm telling you the truth. Basically, say you have to go to army, and he went. He did not come back, but his soul came back to us. He lives with us. So, what am I saying? We should try this means of unity and try not to call ourselves that somebody is sabotage, or somebody is this, or somebody is that. We all have known now this sabotage. Really, the ways and the system of Nnamdi Kanu has just sabotaged Biafra for these years. Because I'm not seeing anything like a way, like people that have the system of government or of governing, or how to restore a nation in this our year in IPOP. I spend my time, I spend my money, I spend my strength to bring people to become member of this organization. I'm hoping one day that things will work according to how it's supposed to work. So we all now, if you're an IPOP, you can stand, and if you still believe in IPOP, you can stand and tell them that it's time to know whom we are. To know whom we are. Who are you people? Let us ask people let us vote who is going to stay in offices. Let's know them. Not one person. I want to, as old as I am, I want to be into organization where I will not know the people that is my the people that govern me or people that administrate me. It's not possible. So somebody will be in America, I tell you he is this, is that, and you believe him. So I think let me know to go further again so I can give all that chance to talk. Biafrans, I'm calling you anywhere you are in the world. Please come together. If you're an IPOP, anywhere you are, try to change it. Try to make it to work that place. Because I told my people here, since some weeks ago, some months ago, I told them, listen, the best thing that will be better for IPOP is for them to resolve all these people they call US, and the nationals have to make, they know how they're going to do their things anyway, but because they are brothers, this is what we started together. So they should not come here to take us. We are trying to cascade Nandekano or IPOP. No, it's the methodology. That thing we are doing that they say that you go to how they call it, Europe. I don't know where you go. He said they tell you to go and carry gun. Who told you that kind of thing? We should ask who tell you like that. So please, I'm calling Biafrans. If we want to get to the limelight of Biafra, Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike, he said last time that he forgive and forget, that we all should come together. This is a man that we know how the people are singing with his name. So, but now he doesn't care, but he has something that he cares much about, which is Biafra. So why not every other person to do the same thing? So if we don't want Biafra, we keep behaving the way we behave. But whenever we want this Biafra, we know the key point of Biafra is first of all to unite all of us. We have a parliament, which IPOP will be in any office, which Biafran woman, Biafran Alliance, Biafran National Alliance will be into an office. And we are going to decide how we are going to start doing something in our place. Because if we keep on saying, coming here to write, you are sabo, those things, you have to make more powers to write them, because this word, we almost hear it. We must hear it because the word that Master Judge Onyibe is saying is truth. If you find any lie he said, you ask him a question. If you don't find him saying lie, you have to try go and find what he's saying, if it's true or what. Look at how careless we Biafran become now, that even they tell us that people is missing. We don't even care to ask about these people that someone say that they have to miss. We don't even care about that. And we say we want Biafra. And they think that the soul of those people that nobody asks about them will be there and you have this Biafra. No. So we all should be wise. And I see some people from the Facebook here, some Igbo people speaking the reality in this place. So let them keep on speaking this reality, because in truth we stand. Master George Onyibe, Chukwugoziegi, I go nowhere, because when you come to speak in this radio, it's like I am the person. It's like you are speaking what I want to tell Biafra to hear. I am telling you the truth. God knows this. You know, if you do this thing, I say, yes, this is you. God will bless you more, bro.
Thank
and
you.
You will get Biafra.
Thank you very much.
You get Biafra, and your name will be listed among those who struggle for Biafra. Thank you, and God bless you. I thank as well our leader, Mazi Mefo. Yes, I thank him because he's a man that God has waken up and say him, no, he should stand and give voice to the voiceless. So in this voiceless, we was before, now we can speak, and people As time comes from, they will hear us. They will thank you, Judge Onyibe. God bless you. And good night, bro.
Thank you very much, OBDK. And of course, our WhatsApp line is up and running now. So if you have access to it, you can call it. The WhatsApp line is on. The direct line is on. The direct line is 08122152971. 08122152971. And of course, the WhatsApp line remains 07081545642. 07081545642 is the WhatsApp line. And so, drawing a line from Mazu BD contribution on this program earlier, it was telling you, you know, we have reviewed what the Yorubas are doing. We have reviewed what the Meadow Beds are doing. We have reviewed what the Fulanis are doing. And this is the time to review what the Biafrans are doing. And that is to drag the present trending in this restoration project out before you. We use the emissary of the Emperor Nandekano to make a review this evening. Now, observe all of us. All the people who are pretending that they love Biafra, they mean well for Biafra. Watch them. Their two character must be reviewed. There is nothing they can do about it because God is involved in this matter. I told DOS, I told Nandekano, simple. You are dancing naked in the marketplace. Because one day we will tell our people what has happened. I hope you will be very proud of yourself. And now this morning, and one of the brothers forwarded some audio to me. I took time and I listened to the audio. I just want to bring it so you know what we are doing. You are not new anymore. Simeon Ekpa is mocking China Sanguru, who lives in Kuwait and calls himself to live in abroad. China Sanguru is threatening everybody. His father's building in the village has collapsed. He's threatening all of us. I will kill you. I will do you. So he's manufacturing lie, blackmailing everybody. All of them are siphoning. They are recovering our asset. They are recovering. And now they cannot continue with your negotiation. We are waiting for all of you. You don't understand. But you are not our enemy. If you are a Biafran, you want the best for our people. You want us to be ready. Be critically analyzing every word that comes to you. You don't just kind of say, hey, I listen to audio from morning till night and I see people blackmail. But now I know people are capable of doing certain horrible things. Let's go and look at that audio because I have not started. China Sanguru is now coming out to do broadcast, and we are going to review all their broadcasts, and I would use their audio to expose them. That is what Biafrans are doing. Instead of them fighting for Biafra to be restored, instead of us working very hard to make sure our land is secure and get ready for these people who say they are born to rule, so they can come and rule their father and their mother. They are busy gossiping. They tell you they are moral people. It let you see how connected they are, how disciplined they are. They brag, but the man that is ruling all of us can't even speak English like me. They didn't even go to school. When you ask them, is he Attorney General or Chief Justice? He drives aeroplane. He turns aeroplane. Unfortunate. I'm joined by Dr. Nwokinkwo. Can you hear me? Dr. Nwokinkwo, can you hear me?
Good evening, good afternoon from here.
You're welcome, my brother. Very gentleman. I say
thank you so much.
Very gentleman.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Don't go on yet. Don't go on yet. Let me praise you. Very gentleman. You see, when Nandekano was telling them that, oh, I don't know, they are big criminal. I don't know this criminal. I said, why is this man like this? And now, for those who are listening, Dr. Nwokinkwo is a sincere man. Many other people, these are people who have what it takes to change all this narrative and secure the future for our people. But why Nnamdi Kanu and his entourage, his emissary, are hell-bent in destroying innocent Biafran is what I don't understand. Sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, my brother. I don't deserve anything, but because of the grace of God, that's why I'm here. And also for the love I have for Biafrans and my fellow brothers and sisters. Fellow Biafrans, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I want to say thank you for tuning into this radio station this evening, because this is the gospel of truth, not the truth that we were told initially, but we came to find out that it was all deception and lies. So I want to touch base with what Onyibe said about this lady they called Nelly Ofebu and Rita Eze. And this is the same people, the same group that went into Biafra Foundation and took the money, $49,101. And then now with the Nnamdi Kanu, I think authorized them to there with Dr. Kobe. So this is the same group. Nelly Ofebu and Rita was the same person that went into the registration here in Georgia and changed the registration and went into a bank in California and took the money that belongs to the people. So these people are a bunch of criminals that we don't know where they come from. And we are here believing them. This lady formulated an address here in Georgia, said that's where she lives. So you can tell the kind of criminals we're dealing with. These people they don't have anything good for us, Biafrans. If you still believe in these people, I'm sorry for all of us. If you still believe in Nnamdi Kanu, I'm sorry for you. We do respect with the father of the nation, Dr. Rafu Wazirike. For forgiveness to occur, there has to be repentance. So you can't say forgive without any repentance. If there's no forgiveness, if there's no repentance, there's no forgiveness. Nnamdi Kanu has destroyed a lot of lives. He has castigated a lot of people. He has done so many evil in the Biafra land among the Biafran that many of them today don't even want to hear anything about Biafra. So for forgiveness to occur, there has to be repentance. So please, we have to look towards that route. We can't say forgive without repentance. Without repentance, there's no forgiveness. It's in your Bible that you read. So Biafrans, let us come together. Look at what's going on in our land. Our land is being rampaged. Very soon they will invade our land. And we're all sitting around watching and scared, running from ghosts. What about when the real people, when they will show up? What are you going to do? How are you going to defend yourself? How long are you going to be sitting on the sideline and said, waiting for Nnamdi Kanu to come and rescue us? Nnamdi Kanu is not going to rescue you. Nobody's going to rescue you, baby. You have to rescue yourself. You are the one who has to rescue yourself. Pick up the mantle. This struggle belongs to all of us. We have suffered enough. We are all over the world, scavenging all over the world. No matter what you are anywhere in the world, you are nothing. If that's not your home, you're a foreigner. Whether you're a citizen of that country, you're still a foreigner. Your father's home is your home. And soon you realize that it's better. Biafrans, it's time for us to come together. I know the reconciliation is going on. Like I said before, for reconciliation to occur, there has to be repentance among all of us, so that we can move forward and restore our father's land, the holy land of Biafra, the land of rising sun. So my brothers and sisters, listening to me this evening, do not be weary. Do not relent. The enemies may seem to be stronger than us, but they're not. We are stronger than them. We can do more. We can do better. You know who you are, Biafrans? You are warriors. So we cannot be deceived anymore. Things are coming out the way we didn't expect. But we're going to conquer. On the last day, we're going to jubilate in the street of Biafra. So, my brothers and sisters, thank you this evening for listening to me. Thank you, Mazi Onyibe. I want to thank you all the people involved in this radio, making it possible for this radio to be on. Thank you so much. May God continue to bless your pocket. Thank you so much, my brother. May God bless you.
Thank you, and we must continue. Thank you, Doctor. And of course, continuing from where I stopped, Nnamdi Kanu came up one day and said, somebody he has appointed an emissary. And this word rings a bell. Emperor need emissary. In fact, it is so bad that Jesus Christ went to meet one Yoruba woman inside toilet in America and start messaging in Nnamdi Kanu. And I thought we are bigger than this. Nnamdi Kanu deceived us to the extent that Jesus Christ went inside bedroom and meet a married woman, Yoruba woman, bathing inside bedroom in America to give us revelation. And in 18, I don't blame you. I understand. Let us see what we have been doing. Simeon attack China Sanworu. China Sanworu attack the different gang. But we know what they are dragging. And so, while the line are still open, you're free to make your contribution. Let's look at some of those audio and review it.
Good day, fellow Biafran all over the world. Friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom, I salute you. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, His Excellency.
His leader. That is how they deceive themselves. And that evil is getting into most of you. If I wake up in the morning and I say, Nnamdi Kanu is good, Nnamdi Kanu is that, he's a good man, all of you, the zombies whose brain has been damaged, we say, hey, yes, the Elohim are touching. Hey, why would we do that? So you applaud me? So you clap for me? My brother, if your love is not meant to protect, if your love is not meant to heal, if your love is not meant to protect our general interest as a people, my brother, my sister, your love means nothing to me. Let's hear Rabbi Charles, the emissary of the emperor, and you see how rotten these people are.
I am Rabbi Charles. I just want to say something in this clip and give it out to some of our people to listen and to reason. I am not doing this clip to counter anybody's opinion or whatever rules anyone is putting in place. I am just throwing a point or points that our people will grab and reason with it and find out what they should do. I have said it so many times and I will repeat again. If you are fighting for your freedom and your leader is being apprehended, the way and the manner it happened to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they violated every known law, violated every known human rights, and got him out of Kenya, extradited him to the zoo, to the contraption called Nigeria, the Zoological Republic, a land of the terrorists. And they are still holding him incommunicado, and they have not taken him to court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen, for God's sake. Let's reason here. And he hasn't been taken to court within 24 hours. If you arrest somebody for any crime, within 24 hours, you have to give that person right to attorney. He has to get bail, and court hearing will be arranged from that moment.
Now, understand, these are normal scenario, trying to make a point where there is no point. Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen, and so they shouldn't touch him, but the British citizen is burying IPOB member alive through directive of China Sanworu. Evidence abound. Victims are still alive. Most of them survived. This is emperor emissary. He's not painting it. He's a British citizen. He's a head in Communicado. He has this one. But they are poisoning us. They are poisoning us. That is why I tell people, you must be true to yourself. Do not get involved in a matter bigger than you. Let's continue.
Moment. If he stays more than 24 hours, that case will be knocked off anywhere in the world. Nigeria did what they did and got Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They spent billions of dollars in order to get him, but they never spent that money to counter terrorism in Nigeria. They never spent that money to counter Boko Haram, to deal with Boko Haram ravaging Nigeria, the entire country, or contraption. Never. They only send money, that huge amount of money, to get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who gave him the right to speak. He's an Igbo person. He's from conquered territory. Nobody can speak from that extension. Nobody can speak from that region. The only voice that Biafrans have now, that is the person they targeted to take, and they took him. What is the next thing that Biafrans, IPOB, will do? The next thing that IPOB will do is to place Nigeria under sanction. That is what IPOB should do, to sanction Nigeria in every form and shape. Anything that we affect the economy of Nigeria, that is what we must do. We have to boycott so many things from Nigeria. Boycott, we have to, every Biafra, now there is 100 compliance, every Biafra will boycott Nigeria and whatever that comes out of Nigeria, and grind their economy to a halt. That is what we must do. If they kill Biafrans, we should aspire to kill them too. That is freedom fighting. You are not, our leader has said it so many times. If you kill us, we will kill you. That is what he has been saying, and no one is paying attention. I listened to our brother. He was talking about unity. Tari Nemi. He was talking about, I love listening to everyone. I'm a good listener. A good writer must be a good reader. If you want to be a good writer,
let me try to forward it so that all this yapping should stop. Killing it, IPOB should do something. While you
FW de Klerk, after Pete Butter, then FW de Klerk came into power. It was FW de Klerk that negotiated after, when some series were consulted together and did it, and it was they felt that they should lower it down, they should call it off, that anytime our leader is going to the court, and that thing will be put in place. Shame on you. You don't do that. Who told you that? You don't have the same ideology. You don't have the same belief system. You don't have the same social lifestyle. You don't have the same culture. You don't have anything in common. So how can diversity will be your strength? How can diversity is your strength? How come that? Diversity is your disadvantage. Diversity is what is keeping you from innovation. Diversity is what is keeping you from going forward. Diversity is what is keeping you from being diversity is what is keeping you being marginalized. You are marginalized because of your diversity. That is what someone is standing up on Radio Biafra talking. Because somebody is telling you to say this so that you can please the ears of men. Your leader is captured. What you have to do, you place sanction on Nigeria and refuse anything about Nigeria. And you said, until our leader is released, this thing will never be lowered down. That you have to go for more. The first one was done, it was successful, they call it off. They said something was signed, document, signed, sealed, and they deceived our leader. He made that broadcast. The enemies were using it against him. I did damage control.
If you listen to the Emperor Nnamdi Kanu emissary, Rabbi Charles, he's not telling you that they deceived Nnamdi Kanu. And those of you Biafrans who don't know how IPOB function, you will believe Izichike Doziem that I'm not sure he can brush his mouth very well that will deceive Nnamdi Kanu. The only person that can deceive Nnamdi Kanu is China Sanguru. But of course, he's a rat to Nnamdi Kanu. He bites him and he blows him. Is it Ene Nayanya? This is Rabbi Charles that know nothing about IPOB. In early 2017, he sneaked into my inbox. He started by telling me, there is this brother, he's the one of those dudes who were locked up with Nande Kano, Benjamin Madubugu. Do you know he's my cousin, he's my brother? Can I get his contact? I gave him Benjamin Madubugu number. Then that is how I keep coming back and getting people's number. I thought he was a human being. Today now is the one telling you who is deceiving who. For record purposes, I was the highest ranking serving officer in IPOB, the whole of Africa. I'm a member of that US. And from day one, I have refused to identify with evil. And I'm glad I have honorable men like Mazio Bide. At the initial stage, I did not understand. Mazio Bide will complain bitterly, he will stress some point. And instead of China Sanworu, Azaya Oba, or former Chokode, of course, Tony Zurumike and China Sanworu, instead of these people to heed to instruction, they continue. Today now, Rabbi Chance that was employed to rubbish George Onyibe. Where is OK Foreign? Where is Pastor Jack? These were the gang. Me. I just look at them. Dr. Kado started his own. I feel the pain of these people, but I don't understand clearly. But it's just a matter of time. They will uncover. You'll be listening so you understand who they are. This is Rabbi Charles now giving you history. He will soon tell you how he fought for South Africa. He defended Malaysia. He was the one that helped George Washington to recover America. This Rabbi Charles can sink and destroy. He can go to heaven and put down. They know how to do it. In their present, under their watch, their leader was picked up like a Greek fowl. Just be patient and be listening. Of course, if you call in, I can bring you in.
That series of damage control before that thing was removed from the minds of our people. Now another time again, this one was
sealed, delivered and documented, has not left our mind. He was not there. The same way they called emergency meeting. Now they cannot want to tell us they will have to lift out the boycott. We say what is that? They say go on air. Because they're the one who tell you what to say. Until I get to a stage, I say, why can you people be reasoning for me? Now they can't wake up in the morning, curse Yoruba. The next one curse Hausa. The next one curse Igbo. The next one curse Fulani. I'd say no. I won't do that anymore. Where is the cursing taking us? The same way all of you are cursing. I'm talking to IPO bingos. Look at freedom fighters. Just be listening to the emissary of the emperor.
Was conducted, it was successful. All of a sudden, some flickers came up on Radio Biafra and began to talk that they have DOS were consulted together and did it, and it was they felt that they should lower it down, they should call it off, that anytime our leader is going to the court and that thing will be put in place. Shame on you, you don't do that. Who told you that? Do you know what they're doing to our leader? Do you know what they're doing to our leader? All of a sudden, Barrister Aloy Ejimako came up and started calling every principal officers that he has his number, telling them not to observe sit at home, that they should go to their various workplaces, that there is no problem. While your leader, my leader, is still in detention, in Nigerian DSS detention dungeon, where they are slaughtering people, where they are killing people, and they are telling you that there is no problem, that you should go out on your daily activities. You believe that? Shame on you. You can't believe that. You can't do that. You have to do anything that will hurt Nigerian economy. You have to destroy everything destroyable that you can do. That means you are fighting for your liberation. Anyone telling you that he's a coward, he's a flicker. I'm telling you guys that. I want to bring to your notice, Biafran, that most of these people, I have nothing against any member.
Biafrans must understand. This man that is shouting now, hey, go and destroy economy, go and hurt economy, go and, but must we say it here to do it? Must we say it? Only when it's necessary. He has not been in Nigeria, I'm sure, for more than 30 years. They were the one going to the office of United Nations. They were able to cripple into Idiot Okano's life. He deceives you. Oh, we are formidable. You think you have men with people like this. The reason I'm looking at all of you is that we will visit your parents' house and you will be there. You will answer the question. Hey, and then the can is in DSS where they kill people, but Biafra should just underline the truth there. Barrister Jofo and Aloy Jimako went there. They even snapped selfie with Nnamdi Kanu. They kissed, they embraced. Nnamdi Kanu was heady and sounding very fine. Inside DSS zoo. Who now they deceive? Now, understand all this thing he's saying. He's going one way. He's going to accuse Tony Zulumike, China Sanworu. He's going to accuse Nenanya and all of them for collecting money from Nigerian government. Now, they are the one accusing themselves. They are now sharing the money Mazimefo collected.
Of IPOB. I came up when Ushemefo capitulated. Before he even got to the notice of Biafrans, I told most principal.
He's a prophet. He prophesied that Uchemefo has catapulated or catapulted Njuhi. Now, let me tell you. Why will you believe lie? Meanwhile, Fulanis are seeing how they can kill us. Hausa, Yoruba, everybody is seeing how they can survive. The only thing you come to do is to tarnish people's image. I have worked with Uchemefo closer than anybody. Not because there was any reason like that. Light beget light. Truth beget truth. I have never seen a man as principled as Mazimefo. He may not be a perfect man, but he tells you everything he means, and he means everything he says. I can call a bluff and then move on. But who will tell our children the truth? Who will stand in defense of the light? This man, I'm sure, don't know much about Mazimefo. But it's that I saw prophecy. I told you Uchemefo will catapulate. I'll be capitulate. But Nnamdi Kanu was supposedly arrested controversially anyway. There were confusion in the HOD. Uchemefo mounted the radio. Whether he was right or he was wrong, the one I know is that he deliberately makes sure that our language does not change on Radio Biafra. There were orders and counter order trying to destabilize this man, but we fought to control things on ground. Sometime I will be there, Mazimefo will come, he say, who is doing protest? I said, I'm not aware of that. He said, go and check our banner, there are protests ongoing. And I make call and I see. And I called such people. Who authorized this protest? They will tell me, which I don't want to mention the name. I say, nobody gives such order. Nobody gives such order. Go back. In most cases, he said we are going to do that. I said, let's support the protest. Our duty was to manage, not to castigate anybody. Criminals. And now the kind of recent controversial arrest now. What have you people done, all of you? Autopilot and all of you. What have you done other than castigating each other? He prophesied Uchemefo was catapulating. He's going to still prophesy. Judge Onyibe is a double agent in Juhi.
Officer that Uchemefo is out to destroy Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. And people thought I was lying. Onyibe also, the same thing happened. Many Biafrans had me. I told them that Onyibe is a double agent. Biafra thought I was lying. They said, oh, keep quiet, we have to work together. The word of God said, can two walk together except they agree?
Now, when they lie, they bring in God. Judge Onyibe is a double agent. But my happiness is that I walked among our people, very transparent and humble before them. Because if I have any art of greatness, it should be in what we've been able to accomplish. And so, nothing to hide. And when genuine Biafrans who know me listen to this, they know Rabacha is lie. They know he's a liar. They know he's a deceiver. And I understand that period when all these lies were being formulated. There was so much confusion one day. Asaya Oba, China Sanworu, Tony Nzulumike, all of them were working very hard, allegation upon allegation, just to destroy George Onyibe. But all of them does not have bearing. It was not possible for them. They couldn't achieve it. And our brother Umeji, Chinedu Umeji, IPOB made an attempt on his life to kill him some time ago. In Cotonou there, they arranged somebody to assassinate Chinedu Umeji, West African rep. He was in Kuma for more than 3 months. IPOB didn't know. Nnamdi Kanu knew. But he miraculously survived. The guy ran for his life. He said something that day. Christy Ekan said something that day. These are members of the DOS. We're inside the same DOS forum. Before we go back to Rabacha, let us hear Christy from Akwa Ibom, a respected woman of God. At least her testimony, she didn't say it. All of us were quarreling. I was telling China Sanworu, don't blackmail Obide with Oba crisis. Because the people you people sent to me to kill me in that prophet house, they didn't see me because I did not go. This is what they are doing in the name of IPOB. Look at this one. Don't let me call you name. Is the one trying to blackmail you. Let's go to Christy Ekan, because all of you, I'm waiting for all of you to come out. No criminal will come out and mention me as a DOS. Your issues are properly documented. Unfortunate.
By the way, hello my people, please let me complete that statement I made about the petition they wrote concerning Mazi George Onyibe. You know, that was when I really was afraid of the man called Mazi George Onyibe. I don't know that kind of a person. I've never seen people like that before in my life. Though we may have a lot of them out there. Until you meet, then that's where you can have a story about them. Do you know when they send this petition 3 good times from the same zone? So I refused to bring it to the DOS. The same set of people came up. They abused me. We know nothing in the DOS. They say a lot of garbage concerning us, concerning everyone. Every one of you there, you see what I have with you people. But like I said, I cannot, because I don't believe one bit of it. Because they can as well say it against me. Now, I want us to always judge this way. If anyone that tells you rubbish against another person can tell you a bit about another person, you are not Christ. You are not Jeshua or I don't know how the Jewish people call Christ. You are not Christ himself. That same person was the same way talk about you one day when you fail him or whatever. I don't know. So when this petition came, I refused to bring it to the DS. 2 months, 3 months passes. One day I said, it's not good for me to hide this kind of thing to my brother. Let me call Brother Onyibe and tell him to call this unit, call these people and talk to them and ask them what is their problem. Do you know, I was surprised. Brother Onyibe tell me, please take it to the DOS. Please take it to the DOS. It's your job. They trust you. They believe that you can help them out. Take it to the DOS, because that he really wants the DOS to come into this very matter, to see the nakedness of these people, to see if actually they are going to look at it in the eyes of maturity and the eyes of truth. They will see the nakedness of these people. Take it to them. I refuse. I just tell him, okay, sir, you know how Brother Onyibe talked now? He was talking without his voice. Tell me, Christian, you must do it. Take it to them. I want them to come. Honestly, that this is what he was expecting. I refuse. I did not. Do you know that it was him that took it straight to the DOS by himself? That was that very thing that they talk about that is that time. I was shocked he took it to the DOS. That is, I want to finalize by saying, a clear conscience fear no accusation, no matter how you accuse the person. Even if the person is not vindicated by a human being, one day God will vindicate that person and the true color of whatever thing happened, that happened will come out. I wanted to complete that place by saying that I actually called him and he refused to keep it to himself. He now came to the DOS with that same matter. That's why I called back, so that I will complete that very statement. Thank you very much, everybody. May the peace of God, peace of Abasibum.
And of course, what she was trying to say, they are blackmailing me. But what Chris Ekan does not know, or did not know, was that it was Nnamdi Kanu who arranged all those things with the DOS. They were all playing to the gallery. And at the right time, I'm waiting for all of them. This is a woman we are all in the DOS, and that is her testimony for me. Can I begin to play them? Some got to the extent and say, why are you people victimizing this boy? But then Rabbi Charles, Eluwa have told Rabbi Charles that George Onyibe is a double agent. I was in a newspaper stand in Port Harcourt some time ago, and people were talking about George Onyibe. And I was there. The guy have tried. The other one say, no, they talk him again. That guy don't collect money. Nigerian give her money. Almost 500 million US dollar. The guy don't run go London. If you see the car they use, my brother where they London see him. If you see the car where this guy they use, and now they look them. Now by they chop up, they look them. And meanwhile, my fellow Biafrans are saying that I'm in London driving Range Rover Sport, having collected over 500 million US dollars from Nigeria. I just they look them. Because many of them don't know me, but I walk among them. And then argument upon argument upon argument. In that instant, I tapped the guy. I said, why do you people support lies? Something you know nothing about. Why are you like this? And he said, not true, not the truth. Now this one. I said, okay, now me be George Onyibe now. So where is the Range Rover Sport? No be the Okpawa, the chop be this. Where is the Range Rover Sport? Because Nnamdi Kanu wants somebody destroyed. And they say, naimo, voice, naimo, chineke. And of course, I don't want people to lock me down on any location for too long. And the moment they know, yes, that guy is George Onyibe, I have to cross the road and then take a bike and leave that location. I needed them to understand. You don't listen to all this garbage. These are how they lie to you. It will get to all of you. All of you who blackmail other to be relevant, you will be blackmailed and you will be rubbish. All of you who lead our people to their death, you will pay yourself. I won't swear for your family because most of them don't know what you are doing. These are freedom fighters. And these are, let's just be going anyway. Like I told you, the lines are open. You're free to call in if you are able to access the line.
I used to help Nigerian government out by securing them embassies in the past. In the 90s, I didn't even know what is going on. I have never been a Nigerian. I'm not a Nigerian. But
these same people are coming for contract. He's a Nigerian embassy. He was a gate man in heaven. He was actually with Angel Michael when they throw Lucifer down. This is how they lie. With all this intelligential around the Nnamdi Kanu, look at how they are messing up. Let's leave that one and go to the second one because of our time.
Fellow Biafrans, I greet you in the name of Elohim.
So.
I am Rabbi Charles, speaking on this day, the 25th of August 2021.
Hallelujah.
I am not actually intending to make a voice clip until when I began to receive different voice messages.
Hallelujah.
Disturbing voice messages.
Hallelujah.
Then I said I cannot hold it anymore.
We have a caller on the line. Let's listen to her and we continue with our broadcast so that very soon a day of reckoning will come. They cannot hide from their word. Ada Biafra, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome to the program.
I just didn't finish the whole, when you analyze the whole 3 words, the whole important 3 words, but I listened to some before the network started disturbing me. But to the level I heard until I started hearing now what you are saying. But from the beginning, what you said today made a whole lot of sense to me. I was like, what have we achieved? What are we going to achieve? What will have those who are telling you in the inbox? In fact, what I noticed is that those that are commenting at your inbox don't even listen at all. They don't even listen to know if you are the one talking or you are not the one talking. Because what you will hear is, you are a fool. This is to show you that the person didn't even know who is who. Just he saw life on Human Rights and Freedom Radio. Finish. His job is to talk rubbish. Just go there, talk rubbish. They don't even listen. They don't even care. Because all of them have 2020 Facebook. 20.
They want to create impression that our people are not in support of what we are doing.
Yes.
They want to create impression that we are useless and we are whatever they want people to believe. But the point now is that we stand our ground until our message is passed. So the more they do, the more we will continue saying the truth. Why are you wasting?
I followed one person. I found out that this person have at least the ones I can identify with his name is 5. Then what of the ones I did not identify with his name? So one person can have 5 Facebook. What is the person doing with all those Facebook? I'm unable to manage one that I have. Somebody has 5 already with his name. By cutting his name and writing 5. Then that means now all these people that are commenting might be only 3 or 4 people. But because of 20 Facebooks that they have, they can answer different names. Use it to do comments in each program, and people will be talking and saying that look at your comment box.
Sudanese are looking for how to destroy all that is left of us. Supposedly freedom fighters are using our money to take advantage of our poor condition, send recharge cards to some minor underage Biafran, and then tell them when they come and start attacking them. But we have not even started. We Nnamdi Kanu will be sent 40 years behind his career, he will look like 13 years when this journey is down. He has a chance to apologize to the people of Biafra, desist from that criminality, repent, and then maybe he should be appointed as my personal secretary, because we will have to rewrite this crime against our people. What are shameful people? Go ahead.
It's not only recharge card. They buy phones. These little phones that can be able to do what.
It's unfortunate we lost our sister, and hopefully she will be able to call back. Go to the second one, listening to the criminal, the emperor emissary.
Biafrans have been in every time and every occasion remain steadfast and consistent in telling you the truth, the way it is. I am not making this clip to go against anybody and any of those that are claiming to be in hierarchy position. That is not my intention. All I'm doing is my job, what I am sent to do. I want to put things in order. I want to make the record go straight. I want to put the record straight. I want to make sure that we are not straying from the original plan that we have.
Go ahead, call on WhatsApp.
Okay, is my voice come on air?
Loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good evening, dear Onyibe.
You're welcome to the program.
Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, all the lovers of Biafra. I greet my able leader, Asari Dokubo, Shifurafo Wazrike, Brother Obidio Bielu Uchemefo, and the many good people fighting for Biafra. I no go forget Brother Dog Way. I greet everybody. Sometimes I go to Facebook, I get happy. Sometimes I feel, oh God, why all these things is happening? Sometimes I begin to imagine all these things. Is that we? Because I must say that it's Igbo. Because if I say Biafrans, I'm joining everybody. I'm talking about Igbos. Sometimes I went to Facebook, I start thinking, is it Igbo people still have sense or they don't have sense again? Because if you see the video Shifrap was recommended yesterday, you will see that video is very, very simple for anybody who wants to Biafra to embrace that his advice yesterday on this month. But the kind of insult to people insulted him. I wonder, is these people a Biafran? Is these people Igbo people? Or is these people Hausa people that who come to put distraction in what we are doing? I don't know. Another one is, I see Simon Ekpa insulting Chinasa Woru. Then Darlington now bring, I think Chinasa, the one in Kuwait. Darlington now publishing picture where be saying the things that nobody go know. Now his picture now is in the internet. People are seeing his picture now. You see Ikenga idiot in South Africa. Blasting Simon Ekpa. Then you see what do they call him? The one call himself Omote, talking her own senseless rubbish. So I come to wonder, is these people they are not a fool? I think these people supposed to do meeting, ask themselves, why extra rendition, as they call it? what is their leader went to Kenya for before the extradition? Call their lawyer. Why did they arrest their client, brought him to court, and they judge him without their notice? These people are not asking questions. They just anyhow where they see this thing, they will do this thing, do rubbish. So I don't know all these people. The information I want to pass on is things are going very bad in eastern Nigeria, more especially Imo State, Olu presidely. Olu, things are going wrong. Today, military people kill more than, oh no, my God. If I told you in the market, this thing is not just, not that they come into streets or searching people. Military people come into market, they open gun, people die. So I am wondering, is those people a military people? Even then they chase ESL and the ESL running inside the market. Is that the reason they will open gun inside the market? Key people. Key people. I don't know. I don't know the problem of our leader. In fact, what is going on in Olo, I don't know. N'Olu man will be governor of Imo State. N'Olu man will be House of Representatives. N'Olu man will be Senate. Everything. So I kind of wonder why all these things is happening in Olo. I don't know. So we Igbos should, because this thing we know that Nnamdi Kanu brought this stupidity to our land. Then he give Hausa people room to invade our land. He give Hausa people chance to invade our land. But we Igbos need to be caution ourselves. Look at what is going on. Maybe, I don't know. Even ESN kill the military person or fight them or do this thing. But chasing ESN enter inside the market and begin the spread gun inside market. Is that a qualified soldiers? Look at what happened to where they call it in Kano, where they went and they killed some soldiers in their school camp. Did the soldier invaded any community there? They were searching for the crime people to hold them. But our people supposed to use common sense. This is what we are talking here in Biafra Human Rights Radio. For we to know that we cannot engage the Nigerian government with a war, it is what we will use common sense to do. Engage international community for them to come and help us. Then Nnamdi Kanu brought to war Rabbi Charles. The whole our leader will not agree while Rabbi Charles hides in a stupid place like China Saworu. At least Simon Ekpa don't tell and say, how can a normal human being travel to Kuwait? Kuwait, where their citizens are looking where to travel to, and someone was in Kuwait. Imagine Kuwait. What is the person doing in Kuwait? This is how Simon Ekpa was saying it. So these people who are nowhere to find, or found, are the people fomenting trouble. causing problem, and giving people weed or cocaine to take, and they go and they kill one soldier or two soldier, or attack their, maybe they will not kill. And these people, or these Hausa people soldiers that a governor of Imo State he brought to Imo State, dem don to kill. They open gun, they kill souls. Brother, please, I don't know how to talk. I only give advice. Our people should know what is going on. Not that they will kill people. Not that they kill people today. Okay, I know arrest must be done. The people will be thousands. When to release them, you never know. When them will be released, nobody know. And no one that will be released with no less than 500,000 to 600,000 to 1 million naira. I know what I'm telling you is what I am sure of. Is what I am sure of. But they will release Boko Haram free and even pay them. Brother, continue, I beg. Thank you for allowing me. Let those who have ear hear. Those who don't have ear, let them continue chasing Chad in the name of Biafra.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We must continue. And of course, the people of Biafra must understand. We have analyzed and tried to view what are the Yorubas doing? What are the Middle Belt doing? What are the Fulani doing? And what are we doing as a people of Biafra? Being the most endangered species of Homo sapien at this time. Men are busy gossiping and blame other people for the same crime they have committed.
I want to tell us this. Before I commence, I want to play. I know it might be very lengthy or maybe not very big or not loud enough. Yes, not loud enough to echo into your hearing. But please listen very carefully and listen to what people are saying. I received these clips. There are many, but I'm going to play two. I will play two voice clips, then you can judge for yourself. Biafran, please pay attention. Pay attention.
Hello, people. This is only Madam Erewa. Today, Wednesday, 25th of August 2021. Now they do this message. Please, GOS is still into this sit-at-home suspension. Then the whole meeting, the whole emergency meeting, how they go force coordinators for Biafra land to send a leader and make them suspend the sit-at-home. So that should tell everybody, tell everyone, send a message, say this sit-at-home, this is suspension, then collect money, they pocketed money, and so they fail now on them. So they won't use another kind of strategy. Even yesterday, DHOD called me. He said there's going to be a briefing. He won't brief me about emergency meeting. Now I said, which emergency meeting be this? And how many DOS members stay for that emergency meeting? Now he can't send me a text message. He say, now they hold countries will hold meeting about the suspension of the sit-at-home. Now tell them, say, well, not be sit-at-home when you don't announce for Radio Biafra. So me, I now my right to brief to abstain. So me, I abstain. I don't want any briefing. I beg. My prayer now for leader. I dey pray for leader. I dey pray for leader in wife. I dey pray for their children. I dey pray for IPOB. and the agitation to restore Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is my prayer.
So if no be under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra no go come. But that is Josephine Erewa, generally known as the witch of Massachusetts. That is the one shouting, "Hey, we Onyibe steal money." She ran away from the DOS. I brought her back. She's the toy of Bright Chimezie. She doesn't have her brain. I think old is telling on her. Now she's gossiping to Rabbi Charles, the emperor emissary, that Chike Dozie and Tony Zulumike Nayanya, they have collected money from Nigeria. They set Nnamdi Kanu up. That is what we have been doing. These are the same people George Onyibe exposed. Now, George Onyibe is not there. Mazi Obidi is not there. Mazi Chimefo is not there. Dr. Kado is not there. Now they are exposing themselves. But in the first place, who is Rabbi Charles? Now they can't know how to pick you people and use you for dirty job. And he vigorously, he lie blatantly. For Mazi Mefo to come out and tell you that onu oje ikpere koji ato ase. Onu oje ikpere Chineke ikpere koji ato ase. You people have no idea. But he has met his Waterloo. Because he's not going to go far. Let him finish the controversial arrest, the proper negotiation. We will see who deceived him into this one again. That is what we have been doing. In a nutshell, the people of Biafra must be wise. The people of Biafra must be wise. This is time for us to review the structure. And let us know who is responsible for who and what. Nnamdi Kanu is a financial minister. Nnamdi Kanu is the head of Buhari. Nnamdi Kanu is everything. Everything we condemn Nigeria that they are doing. Nnamdi Kanu has done them worse than Nigeria. And you see that. By now, don't you know Nnamdi Kanu know nothing about restoration of Biafra? Let's continue that audio so that you see how he blackmailed all us here.
And they pray make leader come out. So please.
That, but now they have lost their lives and they will continue to lose their lives. Now, the DOS is sounding like, I am getting report that the DOS members are sounding like Talibans. Hear it and listen very carefully. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us training, all of us. Before I joined IPOB, I have been fighting for liberation in Africa, in different parts of Africa. I have participated in so many freedom fighting and liberation process in Africa. I know when I was helping the Eritrean to get Eritrea.
That is why they go to front of United Nations. Rabbi Charles carrying bag like a native doctor. He's in the process under our monthly due. Shame on all of you.
Ethiopia will be at peace. Eritrea is predominantly Muslim. But I believe that it is the right thing for them to do, to go their separate ways, because they are two different people put together. None of the members of DOS saw him. The next thing they will do is to cover somebody up and said, your leader is going to court, and nobody will see him. I want to show you something, Biafran. Pay attention and listen very carefully. I don't only trade, I have a profession. And that profession, many people that knows me knows that I am into intelligence service. Let me make it clear to you guys. For those of them ranting, I'm not saying it for you to give me accolade. I'm not saying it for if nothing is happening, that everything is okay. When they brought our leader, said he will come to court, they all went to court, they didn't see him. They said it will be in October, and you believe that there will be a court session in October, and that only in that period that you will go and protest. Anyone telling you that is a criminal, he's a liar, they took money. You had the woman saying it. I'm not a member of DOS. My task is more complex than what they are doing. but they didn't know. So they are sitting in their various locations telling you what to do to put the life of Biafrans in danger. That is what they are doing. And I want to show us something here. I'm not going to put our honorable barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor in problem. You can say saying I saw our leader. He is not in good shape. Any coordinator that goes to enforce that thing, you will perish. The land of Biafra will destroy you. Don't listen to those men. Don't listen to them. They can go and scream and write on their social media, and they can go and talk. It is not it. You can't call for unity when some certain people are determined to destroy you. You want to unify with them. Get away from them. As Elohim keeps saying, separate from evil people. You don't go with them. They think they can achieve it. The music, why are they torturing him? They are telling our people, everywhere they go in foreign countries, they will be hunted. Just like Nigerian politicians, they will be hunted down. That is what they're doing. I'm not threatening anybody. I am telling them, warning them that this is likely what is going to happen to them. They are lying to the people. Radio Biafra now, he is now becoming Radio Taliban. They're shaping the people, mounting the radio without military experience, without intelligent experience. They are ranting on the radio, talking. Look at Alozie.
And before we look at Alozie insult, I want to use this opportunity to also remind the Biafrans, whether you are ESM, whether you are non-government, whether you are dead man walking, whether you are Benjamin Madubugu, whether you are Brachi Messier, whether you are any other criminal in the name of this Biafra agitation, you people keep threatening, we will hunt you down, we will hunt you down. If we have a direct report with a very vivid evidence that IPOB touch anybody perceived to be their saboteur, like I always tell you, that will be the last all of you will do. We will make sure that you will run out of Nigeria, because Biafra land will not continue in the first place. We will hunt it down, and our land has been taken over already. But then the Kano, he messed up himself. Let us continue.
Alozie, last year 2020, called me at the middle of the night saying that he want to throw the towel, that our leader Mazen Kanu doesn't have anything in place. That was July and August 2020.
But that is the truth. After Elu who are promising Nnamdi Kanu Biafra, over 70% of genuine IPOB members left, because the truth was too obvious. I mean, the lie. And Alozie, they are looking at they don't want insult, and let's just manage. All of you, Alozie and the like-minded people, leave that place. Leave that place.
He always called Rabbi at the middle of the night. A secret disciple of Rabbi who is mounting Radio Biafra in America called me. I said to Mazi Alozie, it is late here. It's about 3 a.m. in my location. Go and sleep. He said, what? I said, go and sleep. He said, why should he? I said, go and sleep. When you wake up the next day, go back to the radio station and keep mounting, saying what you are saying. Their friends are listening to you. I will be calling on your platform. He said, no, Nnamdi Kanu doesn't have any plan. He just doesn't have any plan. He's busy ranting, bluffing. I said, listen carefully, my friend. Give me, from that month, give me December.
Of course, I am joined by Agowani. Can you hear me, Agowani?
I can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir, from here.
You're welcome to the program. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. I just want to call you because of Iron Melting Man that I'm hearing his voice. You're really in the spirit. You're really in the spirit, sir. Before I continue, I greet all my goodwill and conscientious men and women over there. All protocols are observed. I greet all of you that have given us this voice today. I thank you all for the good work you are doing for us. And my amiable HOD, I greet you, sir. Thank you, sir. I was even thinking of calling today. Many things made me, I was taken unawares. When I was sleeping, it was this sleep now that woke me up. I said, Chai, something I had in mind before. I said, I will call you today to ask you how far. Because it has been long. I've been expecting that man to come and bring the thing that will melt all the metals, all the iron weaponries of the zoo. He has forgotten that he said they should give him 20 army barracks, that he will use 5 seconds to bring all of them down. And since our children have been in the bush looking for police people to steal their gun, to use and go and attack and run, hit and run, and they have not given them the things they will use to be melting all the Nigerian Army's gun from their barracks. And this Ekperimana brought these people to come and start slicing our people like onions. The person that I'm hearing the voice now, and I really thank God for what is going on. I don't like even people calling again now to start complaining. What we're supposed to be doing whenever we call, we just sing hallelujah and praise God for the rest. Because the prayers we have been praying since God have started answering it, are they not the one exposing themselves now? Do you imagine now that all of them are doing photo shopping, and how they are blackmailing people, and how they are lying? Look at the other woman, I heard her voice talking as if somebody is holding her throat. So is the one now talking that DOS has collected the money, yeah? Good. So they collected the money. The time that their leader used to come and collect their own, they could not talk. So this is now telling me that all those people that are gallivanting, calling themselves leaders, this and that, they didn't even know what is going on in IPOB. So they didn't know that their leader always comes to Biafra land through his representative to collect money. So now they have those that are close to him noticed that he has collected enough. They shifted him by the side to start collecting their own, and they are now complaining. They are just in the morning, afternoon never come, talking of evening. So I just called you to just congratulate you this night, because you are really highly in the spirit, because I was thinking of to call to ask whether he is still there. I'm not still heard from Jack, because that is another one that is imitating the rabbi.
Jack having blackmailed me. When we went to Ibadan to evangelize, then he was there. We encouraged him to join IPOB for a very long time. He refused. And then for some reason, maybe as a result of work, he was transferred to Lagos. Immediately he transferred to Lagos. He began to work in the company of Akeroruike, Foreign, and this emperor, emissary of emperor. I was the assignment. They start blackmailing me. Hey, Judge Onyibe, do this. Hey, and I was not even there. It's people that called me and said, look at what this man is saying. That hard call then mandated him compulsory. He must write apology letter to me. And after I'm no more on the line there, I don't know where he traveled to. He broke one leg and one hand. IPOB have abandoned him. I understand he's almost decaying in the hospital. They abandon him. That is what they do. Use you and dump you. Use you and mess you up. Use you against your brothers and sisters and kill you if necessary. Rabbi Charles and all of them. Now the Kano time is up already. If not, all of them will take a taste of what they are doing to other people. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. Like I was saying, at times I will start wondering, are you sure anytime somebody wants to deceive you or to lie to you, will tell you God says, Elohim says. So they are using the name of this man now to be playing 419. Otherwise, why is it that if actually Rabbi Charles God is talking to him, he didn't know that all our youth have been killed to finish? So who are those that he's talking now that if a Nigerian government kill, they should go and kill back that their leader said it? Do these people even think that they still have anything to coordinate again in Biafra land? The other one is saying they're first coordinators. Which coordinators? Do they have anything on ground again? What is it even their problem? And this one, you are calling yourself Rabbi Shas, and you could not even see. You could not even know anything. You will just come up and start saying rubbish. Now he feels that the blood they are using in their kingdom is drying up. He is coming up again to instigate another thing that will raise violence so that innocent souls will start being slaughtered again. Where is that Rabbi Shas? Why won't he come home? Why would he come home and do that battle? Who are the people he's sending to go and retaliate? And he's talking of his intelligence. He has been finding friends of fighting around the area, this and that. Oh, this thing he has been saying it since up to today. We have never seen the manifestation. You say that when John will march or when the thing said that you will be at home and you will be at the front and you have the weapon that when you just point it towards any army barrack, all their weapon will melt. And up to today, you've not been able to send even an inch of it to all the people that are hiding in the bush. I don't know what happened to the brains of our people, but I thank God for what is going on today. Now he is accusing Elozi. Okay, thank God Elozi everything like human being before. They still caged him back because he have seen that there is no roadmap for their leader. Thank God that they are now exposing themselves. Did anybody force them to do this? They are just from the beginning, because very soon all of them will finally come out to apologize and ask for forgiveness for all the people they blackmailed and nailed for cross without any genuine reason. I saw the one that is behaving like investor. I don't know what they call him. They say he can't waiting. If you look at him when he was talking, vibrating like I don't know what I would call it. I don't know whether he will watch that video after making it. Immediately when you look at him, you will size him and weigh him. You will know the level he is operating. I don't know where this Nnamdi Kanu went and gather all these brainless non-entities and start making use of, and they call them his followers. Look at what he did. He didn't go as far as removing cap and trees away and the kind of hair he made with always with the earring. All those, look at the freedom fighters. You are a freedom fighter, you are rising like a braid that fall inside the water. Let him come and see people that are fighting genuinely. We see how dry they are. Because at times even to eat will be a problem for them. Look at what they are doing to themselves. And there's so much, I will not say I don't love what Danity is doing because he has already crucified innocent souls. But if he will come back from his mistakes, God will still have mercy on him. Because at least he was able to look at the devil's face and call him name. I love what he did by calling that Chinasa that name because he is the evil in the midst of this thing they are doing. They are the one that manipulated their leader and put him in the condition that he is now. And I thank God that the iron melting man is aware of it as he is ranting now, ranting, intelligent this and that. And with all those you are intelligent, you didn't know that your leader has been picked like a day-old chick. So I don't have much to say this night. I just want to congratulate you because you really aroused my feeling this night because I've been thinking to ask questions concerning him and you really went to bring it from the archive. This will teach all their followers now lesson for them to know that they don't have anything again at stake. They don't have anything to offer. When they will accuse themselves, can't accuse themselves to finish, those that have the stamina, they can even arrange the DSS. They know how they normally do it. They will start picking them one by one. So it's karma that is working on them and it will continue working unless they repent and confess. To continue. I say, make bless you, my dear. Continue with your good work. We go nowhere. We start Gidigba, watching them and observing them. Good night from here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. And of course, we are not the ones saying it. Since we, the saboteurs, are no longer in that ship, they are the ones exposing themselves. They said the DOS so do not the canoe and collect money. This time it's not Judge Onyibe. They are the ones. Tina Sangoru now is feeling the heat. He said they want to broadcast. We are waiting for them. Nobody will be allowed to sell the next generation. Not under our watch. That is a promise. All those games you people are playing, we are arranging it for you. These same people you think you have converted to your zombie to do dirty job for you, they will mob all of you. It's a promise.
December 2020. First day of January 2021. If you did not hear anything, call me a liar. Anywhere and anytime you hear me talking, spit on the floor. Do not listen to me. That was what I told Mazi Alozie, the one anchoring Radio Biafra US. He said, really? I said, yes. I said, Mazi Nandekanu that I know. You are from Umuahia, right? He said, yes. I said, how come you don't know your brother?
Now we are in 2021, approaching 2022. Nothing happened. Eluwa did not give Nandekanu Biafra. But Nandekanu say, if Biafra didn't come in 2020, know that not Eluwa sent him. Alozie, if you are now a saboteur, you come, let's check if there is any vacancy for you, or we can bench you. How can grown-up men see truth and be lying and be romancing with lie? This is what we have been doing. Nandekanu have been strategically positioning himself to bargain with the future of the next generation of Biafra. And these people who don't even know anything are jumping up and down. They claim they know what they know nothing about. But this having been said, I want to make you understand that the journey has just begun. We are not in a hurry to expose evil. Because we know no evil, we see no evil, and we are not part of that evil. Biafrans must not be discouraged. We just want you to see a bit of what is going on. Rabbi Charles made mention for calling my name, but he's a criminal. Listen to everything, how he boasts, how he used swelling words. But he's not been to his village, where he come from, maybe over 30 years. He's married to Ghana woman, he's married to South African woman, he's married to British woman, he's married everywhere, he's married to all of them. He was the one who told Abraham Lincoln how to chase out the British. Very wise man, connected. Don't you see where their wiseness and advice leading Nandekanu to? It's a pity. Those who put their life on the line to defend Nandekanu and everything he was doing have been blackmailed by him. What have you achieved? Wise men will die for foolish man backyard. What have you achieved? Cussing out yourself. You are this one, you are that one, you are evil, you are saboteur, you are double agent. You If any of you in your slightest dream thought Biafra is going to be anything like Nigeria, then you better think again. We must re-establish structure. That is what we are doing here in Biafra Nation Alliance. Biafra de facto customary government. We must know who is responsible for strategies. And then if anything goes wrong, we know why it went wrong. We must know those who are responsible for our finance. And then at the right time, each and every one of these departments, those representing each department will understand that they redeem accountability. And as such, they must give account to the people. In terms of relationship, in terms of communication, in terms of forming alliance, somebody must be there to represent those angles. And of course, everybody must be empowered and strengthened to do what they are supposed to do. But as it stands at this moment, Nnamdi Kanu is finance minister. He is head of defense. He is attorney general of Biafra land. He is in charge of legislative arm. He is in charge of Biafra NMPC. He is in charge of saboteur. Everywhere he said Nnamdi Kanu. Elohim sent him. God molded him to come and deliver us. It's unfortunate. And of course, this is where we draw this program to an end. Let us think about what other people are doing to survive, and then let us begin to do what we're supposed to do so we can survive. The people of Biafra, I encourage you, look for the closest Biafra nation family close to you, identify with them, and have your say in our say as we are painfully rebuilding the structure to enable us carry everybody along. Join the Biafra de facto customary government to carry this project to a conclusive end. Of course, we have other pro-Biafra groups who are doing what they can to make sure we get home. Different ideology, different method, but of course, if their ways suit you, please be free to identify with them. And so on that note, I would say, God bless all the men and women who stand to defend the Biafra nation, who stand by the side of the truth in a time like this. God bless all of you. God bless people of Biafra. Those of you who has made mistake ignorantly, may God forgive you. And those of you who think you can continue on the path of evil and you think you're going to have your way, I say, may God expose you. Unuke John no mokono. Yahono mama no nyozo unuke jishonu burue. Unu buele ka chicken beku. Ani ken beku ka babeli onweka. Onu lumen unurebu. Ebu unurebu ndi nkono. Unurebu ndi nkono. Unurebu ndi nkono no watu wento. Ore kono no manwa ke bu onu bu ogede. Unu le chani omeni. Unu ru ni unu kere ni bu uche pa chukwu ekweko. Biafra ka bia. Biafra ka bia maka ni chukwu yigwale ni ya. May God be with all of us. And good night from here.
I'm lost to fight and defend my mother's land. If I be a friend, now we hope Obotobi ekwetego si Biafra bukayo. Biafra na ma original. Onyobo na malugo. Obotobi ekwetego si Biafra na we onu.